Hello friends, welcome back to another video all about makeup, specifically right now, fall inspired. Today we are going to do a palette bingo using one of the palettes that I pulled out for my fall palettes. If you didn't see that video, I'll make sure to link it above, below, maybe at the end of the video. I don't know, we'll see. It'll be somewhere. Go ahead and grab yourself a coffee or whatever drink you enjoy, and let's do this makeup look together. So today's palettes that we're going to be pulling from are from the Friends and Revolution palette pack. This one is the one with all the Thanksgiving. It has 3 packs in it. I found this at my TJ Maxx, and I don't think it's really being sold online all that much, but you can find the individual palettes here and there. But I haven't seen it quite often show up at my TJ Maxx, so check around your stores. But that's what the packet looks like, and this one cost me $6.99. And these are the 3 palettes. We have Happy Turkey Day. Here come the meat sweats, and I like it. What's not to like? Custard, good. Jam, good. Meat, good. Okay, so we have those 3 palettes, and how I'm going to do this. So for palette bingo, we're going to pull out 5 random shades. What I'm going to do is one shade from each of these, and then I'll put the total number from all these palettes in and pick another 2. So hope that makes sense. And then we're going to make a look with it, whatever shades we get. Okay, so this might be, I don't honestly see this being too difficult. Let me take the tape off because I've never used this palette, so I've never swatched any of these. I don't know what the formulas are like. What if you don't have this palette or any of these palettes? Do you need to go out and get these palettes in order to make this look? No. I am positive you have something in your collection, if you have any eyeshadows, that you can kind of make similar looks to whatever this look is going to end up being today. So don't feel you have to go out and buy this palette or this palette set unless you want to, but you can watch this as a tutorial to make looks using similar colors in your collection. But should you want to buy this, check your TJ Maxx, and I will see if I can find it anywhere online and link it below. If it's an Amazon link, it will be an affiliate link, which just means that I would get a very small portion of the purchase, like the smallest portion, and it doesn't change your price at all. I'm just taking all of the plastics off because I didn't do that beforehand. Please hold. Okay, all of those are off, and I definitely accidentally dug into one of these, so I'm going to show you the Here Comes the Meat Sweats first. This is the purpley palette. You can see those colors there. You can see I dug in accidentally to that one, trying to get that covering off because I had it like really taped down. So those 6 shades right there, very pretty. Then the Happy Turkey Day, more of the pink. Okay. And then the one with the long lane that I like it, what's not to like, is the most neutral of them all. And I'm going to go into my Tiny Decisions app. All right, we ready? We're going to do, this is set up for 1 through 9. It has that 3 because I had to test it to make sure it was working. We're going to click and we're going to see what number we get. For this first palette, we are getting the number 7. Number 7. All right. So that's going to be the shade Bread. Okay, that's going to be maybe a good base shade. We'll have to see. Then from this palette, see what number we're getting. Number 5. All right. That is going to be the shade Box, which is this pinky shade here. Okay, we got some color that I can work with. It's got a little bit of, looks like maybe a little bit of a shimmer to it. I don't know, when we swatch it, we'll see. Then we're gonna go in with this one. Yep. And that's gonna be the shade 6. 6 is gonna be Evil. Okay, we've got a shimmery shade. Gonna be that one right there. Okay, now I am changing my details in here to do numbers 1 through 27 because there's 27 shades total. Pushing it to test. And then, okay, so we're gonna go in the same order. So where this one is shades 1 through 9, this one is 10 through 18, and so on and so forth, okay? All right, let's see what we are getting for our 4th shade. Stopping? All right, 26. 26, that's okay. So that's gonna be the shade Sweet. That might work. It's another little shimmery though. Okay. All right, and for our final shade, what do we need? I think we might need some more color, honestly. I don't know. Come on, random gods, let's get some color. Is it 13? 16? Yep, it's 16. All right, 16. That'll be in this second, that'll be in this palette. And that's gonna be another shimmery shade, the Parade, but at least we got a little bit of a darker shade. All right, let me swatch them in order that they were pulled for you guys. So first up was Bread. Oh, that's very soft. That's gonna be light, okay. I'm gonna go right here. That is a, oh, okay, that's darker than I thought. But still, it's a little bit on the lighter side. I can do something with that, okay. Next we had Box. That one has a different feel to it. It's actually very, like, clumpy almost? I don't know, that's not the right word. Like, I don't know if you can see on my finger. Like, there's definitely pieces on that. Okay. That's a really pretty shade, but I do feel like it's gonna take some work because it looks kind of, I don't know, patchy. That's a pretty shade. Okay. Then we had Evil. Okay, that is a rough shade, but so when I first touch it, it was very rough, but as I'm rubbing in it a little bit more, it's softening up, so it's just like that top layer that's rough. So it's not gonna pick up like patchy, I don't think. Oh, okay, that's pretty. That might be good for the inner corner. Can you see that there? Hopefully you can. Do a little bit more on that so that it shows up a little bit better. Okay, then we have Sweet, which was also in this one. Oh, that one's soft. Okay, that one's very soft and, oh, okay. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful shimmer. Hopefully you guys can see that really well. I think that'll look great with that pink. Okay, and then the last one was Parade, which is this shimmer down here. That one is also very soft. Oh, wow. That has a lot more pigment than I thought it did. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, look at that color story, guys. Guys, look at that. That is beautiful. Those shades. Okay, I think it's a little shimmery, but I think we can make a plan with this. Okay, so I have to use every single shade on both sides. So let me make my plan. I'm gonna leave these on my hand so I can use them as a reference. So all my face already is just my skincare and lip oils. I'm gonna turn on my lights so that we can see a little bit better. And I think I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit so you can see this application just a little bit better. Okay, hopefully that's a little better lighting wise for the application, but here are those colors again. So you can see them in different lighting. Really shimmery, really pretty. So obviously I'm gonna be using the shade Bread as my base. And then Box is probably gonna be in the outer corner, some of the lid, and then I'll have to figure out the shimmers. That's where it's gonna get tricky. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a eyeshadow primer on because honestly, our shadows work much better with some type of base. You don't have to do this, but if you are noticing that you aren't getting the colors anywhere near what you're swatching them as, then try it with an eyeshadow base. For today, I'm using the Ace Beauty or the Ace Beauté eyeshadow amplifying base in light. I don't know if they are making this anymore, but you can still find it online. I will try to link it below for you. All right, you can tell my eyes are brightened and white. You just want to put that everywhere you're going to be placing your shadows. And if it's a little bit further out, that's okay because we can clean that up later, especially because for playing with stuff, I do my base after. So it's easy to clean up. All right, first we're going in with Bread, and I am just going to take this tapered blending brush from Larousse? No, it's not Laroque. Larousse. I think that's where it's from. I had bought this whole set and I'm using it fresh for the first time. If you know when I bought this and you know I'm just using this now, don't judge me. All right, Bread. Okay. Feels like it's gonna give us quite a bit of fallout just from looking at it. So I'm gonna make sure to tap that off and go in. And this I'm gonna put, let's see. Okay, that's darker than I thought it was, but that's okay. So I'm kind of using this to set my eyeshadow base. So I do kind of want it everywhere, but I want to make sure it's very light amount everywhere. Hopefully you can kind of see if that changed a little bit. It's very light and I'm going to keep it that way because of the other colors, but I'm going to go in just a little bit more just to make sure it's getting all even out because I think I'm just not like, I don't want that fallout, so I'm not grabbing as much on my brush at a time. So I'd rather go back in than overdo it in the start. Okay, there is the shade Bread. Then I'm gonna be going in with Box. For Box, I think I'm gonna switch to the shadow brush. All right, going in with Box, which was that pinky shade. Let's see. This one's picking up pretty well, but again, I fear there's gonna be some decent fallout if I'm not careful. And with this shade, I don't really want that much fallout, especially. So I'm gonna make sure to tap that excess off. It looks a little bit more orangey on the brush than when I like tested it with my finger. So let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna just put it in like the outer corner and move my way in, I think. Okay. That's a pretty shade. So this shade has some shimmer to it as well, which means we're gonna probably end up with a very shimmery look. I don't typically do shimmer on the outer corner. And it is kind of patchy, to be honest. So it's a little harder to work with than I was hoping it would be. You know, when you get spoiled with amazing shadow qualities and then you work with something that's not nearly as good, it's a little hard to work with it, but not impossible, especially if the color's there, making it worth it. Which I will say, this is a beautiful color. Color-wise, I absolutely love this. It's more orangey than pink. Like, it's of course pink, but it's orangey as well. So I need to bring it up a little bit here. And like I said, it is it's very patchy. I don't know if you can see that it is giving me a lot of patchy issues and difficult to work with. So I might switch brushes. No. I'm just gonna pack it in a little bit. So definitely patting it in is working much better, probably because it has the shimmer formula to it. Then I'm gonna bring it down a little bit down here and a little bit under the eye. Just like to the 3/4 spot, okay? I don't wanna go any further. Then I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. All right, that's what we got so far. It's a mess. This eye is looking completely different than this eye. And so we're gonna just clean that up as we go, okay? This eye, I took what I learned from applying it on this side, and that's kind of why it looks a little bit different. In the end, it'll all come together. Trust the process. Right? Right? That's what we're doing here. Okay. Okay. Now we have the 3 shimmer shades that we got to figure out. We have Evil, which is this silvery. We have Sweet, which is, I'd say like a coppery, or not copper, like a rose goldish. And then the copper goldish, closer to copper, Parade. I think that I want to do Sweet on top of the pinky that I've got going on here. I think that would be great on top of that. And so I think I want to do like Parade in the more of the lid area, and then Evil in the inner corner. I think that's gonna be my plan. So I'm gonna actually do Sweet first. So Sweet right here. I think I'm actually gonna switch to my fingers now because I'm not enjoying the way the shimmers are being used, and this is even more shimmer. I'm not enjoying the application with that pinky on the eyes, and so I'm gonna actually switch to my fingers. And we're just going to apply it directly to the lid. We're gonna of course overlap a little bit onto the pink, I think, but we're trying to stay away from the pink because we want it to kind of gradually change into that pinky shade. And I am going to tap it on. Okay, that is nice. I'm gonna need more, but that is what I was hoping for. Now that it's kind of tapped on a little bit, I'm gonna tap and swipe a little bit. Try not to get to that inner corner because I want that to be a different shade, but it's getting there a little bit. That is beautiful. Okay, then I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Okay, that's really a beautiful color, but we are kind of looking a little textured, which I'm not loving. Okay, then we were gonna go in with Parade. Did I do that wrong? I did that wrong, didn't I? I did that wrong. I was supposed to put that on the pinky. All right, well, we're going with it. Okay, well, that was planned to go on top of the pink, which is why, yeah, okay. Never mind. It's Sweet is now in there. And then we've got Evil and Parade left. Parade, a little bit on the pinky, and see how that turns out. Again, I'm gonna go in with my finger and I'm gonna tap it on, okay? So Parade, I have to say I like the feel of Parade the best. Look at that. Look at that shine. Now I need to be careful not to completely cover the pink, because then that would defeat the purpose of pink. Going to come to just slightly overlapping the previous shade so we get a blend in there, and then keeping it, oh, that on top of that is gorgeous. Okay, that ended up being beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna do the same on the other side. This is what we got so far. Hopefully you guys are seeing it decently. Then we're gonna go in with Evil in the inner corner. This one's much more rough. It's got a beautiful shine to it. Just doing the inner corner. I don't really like the way that is laying down. It's giving a lot of texture, but I like the color. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and just blend it all out and fix it a little bit better, okay? We're gonna go in with that original brush that still has some of that bread on it, and just kind of blend it out a little bit. Give it some shape. Then on the bottom lash, because we just did the box shade, the pink, I am going to do the bread shade as well to go further in, just to kind of blend it. I'm gonna switch brush for that though, because that's not working very well. I just kind of tied it together a little bit. Okay, so this is what we have before cleaning it up, okay? So, looks a little bit messy, but you can kind of see, hopefully you can see all the different colors. And I really do like the way that this colors came together, but there's a drastic difference in the two eyes in the corner. And I think that'll be fixed with just cleaning this up a little bit. So I'm gonna go clean it up, put on the rest of my face, and we'll be right back to see the finished look. All right, we're back and all the rest of the makeup is on. See, told you, trust the process, it comes together. So all I did was kind of shape this up a little bit, and then I put on my foundation and mascara and all that fun stuff, and it came together. I was debating lip colors, but I think I liked going with the darker lip with this. So what do you think? What do we think of the look? Let me give you a close-up of the eyes so you can hopefully see a little bit better. Would you do this look? Do you have shades in your collection to do this look with? Let's talk about the quality. Okay. I think that These are very fun palettes. But quality wise, I do feel like they were a little bit difficult to work with. So I'm definitely gonna have to play around a little bit more to see if there's better ways of using them. But shade wise, I think they actually have some pretty good shades, and you can make lots of different looks with all of them individually, or you can obviously mix and match them, get more use out of it all. So hopefully you liked this video and you liked the look that we came up with. Doing a palette bingo is a great way to use the palettes you already have, and it helps you learn how to use it differently. So give it a shot. Let me know what colors you like to use if you have these or something similar. And I will see you all in a video very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.